Alrighty guys, back here at the shop. Brandon decided to go swimming yesterday. It must have been beautiful for swimming, but he decided to take the truck with him. So she's pretty muddy, and he had it water up to here. So it died. He called Dad, said, "Help!"
I didn't say help, I said I'm a fucking idiot.
And I said, "No, you're not. Having fun." So anyway, what we had to do is we had to drain the oil. Just drain the oil now. It was milk. But they called me up and I went and got Jeremy, and we went there and used Shane's truck. It was a Chevy. I tried to get video, but here, I'll give you a little clip. It didn't turn out. Alright guys, I don't know how well this is showing this, but we have a Ford Ranger in the swamp. Oh, there you go. Hey, put your little light on. Have you got that little light in your pocket? No?
No.
Oh.
This is after.
But he was over here, and we're actually pulling him out with a Chev.
I think that was here.
That's only because that one was sunk in the water and stalled, so we're jerking it out with the tow strap. And we got weight in the ass end. So anyway, we had to pull it out with yank it out with a buddy's Chevy because it had to bring it up the embankment. And so it took about an hour and a half to pull the plugs because it was hydrolocked. Pull the plugs out in the forest.
Squirt you in the face.
Squirted me in the face. But got the plugs out, got them back in. And here's what, oh, that's the new one. See, it's a good thing I keep spares, eh?
Did you buy this or did I buy this a long time ago?
I don't know. I think that one came from Lucan.
Yeah.
Because that was
probably bought it a long time ago when I bought that tranny filter.
Yeah, it could have.
I bought the tranny filter when you were in Lucan.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, got lots of oil, and we had to drain the fuel because somehow water got in the fuel, so obviously there's a leak somewhere. So how I did that was just undid where you hook up your fuel pressure gauge. I took the valve out, hooked the hose up to it, put a gas can right up here.
Thank God we took the air conditioner out.
Yep, turn the ignition on and just let it pump everything out of the tank, and then sent them to go get more fuel and methyl hydrate. Well, they only carry at this time of night, and it's Sunday. They only carry a gas line antifreeze, so I picked up a couple bottles of that. His trannies still hasn't been changed since the last time he went into the lake, so that's got to be done. But now we have a problem. It's not coming out of four-wheel drive low, and I've got the problem down to because he has electric push button four-wheel drive. He's got a separate 4x4 module for that. So, and the problem is the module is right down there on the inside of the cab behind the jumper seat. So I've got no power going to the 4x4 module, and I'll grab that. So anyway, here's the 4x4 module, and to test this, you just unplug the two connectors from that side, leaving the 8-pin, and pushing the test button. Now if you don't get any lights, you're not getting any power to it whatsoever. So this was like literally underwater for an hour and a half before I got to him. But if it flashes, it's fine. If it's solid, there's a problem with your don't quote me on that, you guys will have to look it up. But yeah, I've got no light whatsoever, so this is obviously a problem. So we've had this sitting in front of a heater for 3-4 hours now, and it's still wet because it's like really oily too. So we're gonna try and take this apart and see if we can clean it up and get it to go. If not, we gotta go to the wreckers today and get a new module.
I don't know. The last
because
guy,
his top speed is 35 kilometers an hour.
yeah, the last guy who owned it must have oiled the whole
Inside
of the cab because it's always been fucking sticky and everything else in behind the seats and even the jack is like a.
Oh, I know.
God, I don't want to touch that. You know.
Yeah. But if you're gonna oil your vehicle, you have to take your own shit out first because they'll just spray over everything. And this thing's full of oil. Alrighty, so we're gonna continue getting this truck going, but we did have an injector plugged and it was running like a bag of shit.
Sounded cool.
Yeah, it wouldn't stay running. You had to 2-foot drive it. So and that's just from the piston coming up and forcing water into the injector and like forcing it because it's hydrolocked and it's forcing a pin up and then it sticks there. So after draining the system, putting the fuel and methyl hydrate mix, started up, let it run, and then we dumped some methyl hydrate down the fuel tank, so it like instantly takes a lot of methyl hydrate at once, and it like
5 minutes later it sounded like it was gonna die, and then it made a little bit of a pop, and then boom, we're running good.
And it's running fine now. So but it was shutting off really quick, and I'm like, okay, the oil's got to be changed, there's water in the oil. So I pulled the dipstick, and sure enough, it looked like milk, cottage cheese and milk all blended together.
Looks like you stuck it underneath the water I was in into the lake. Alright, we got mud.
So we're going to try and get this out of 4x low anyway, because
I can still drive it if it was in high.
Yeah, if it's in high, you can still drive it, but in low range, 35 kilometers an hour tops, forget it.
And the thought of Mike blowing that slip yoke yet again.
Yeah, no doubt. Alrighty, cheers, guys. And he's got to vacuum out, shop vac out the interior because it is drenched.
Oh, yeah. It was up to the seats anyway.
Yep. Yeah, it was up to the seats. The seats are soaked. Everything's drenched.
Water out here.
Yeah.
And
an air filter he needs now. Christ. Look how foggy it is in there.
Yeah.
She's a little damp. Alrighty, guys, we're going to try and get this 4x going. Or not going. Okay, guys, I think I found our problem. Just a little bit of corrosion and everything in this. You want to hold that, and I'm going to check the other side. Yeah, we might have a problem here. Holy crap, like even the coils, they're all frigged. Holy crap, like we've got wires crossing here, like corrosion crossing these two. But we're going to try and save it anyway, at least so he can get it in. I'm just, like, these capacitors are not bubbled up, so they're still good. I can't say the same for any of the resistors, you know, whether they're broken or not. So, and who knows about the computer chips, but as you can tell, they're all corroded to shit. So I'm going to use some brake clean and maybe a toothbrush, and I'm going to try and get this cleaned up so at least we can, oh yeah, we got some black marks here. They've been some arcing going on. So, but I'm going to try and get it out of 4x4 tonight with this one before we actually go to the wreckers in the next few hours, because it's like 20 after 5 in the morning. Alright, well, we're going to try and clean this up and see what happens. Okay, guys, we got it all cleaned up with brake clean and a little toothbrush. It's not bad, but I did find a break here and soldered that back together. This here was burnt this little switch. Let's see if I can get some good light. But this is the actual power input, and it's actually got something to connect to now. That's all cleaned up, so it'll make a connection. All these ones are making a connection now. Sorry about the shaky camera, but it's actually cold in here. So hopefully we're gonna have some power. So we're just cleaning the case up now, getting the oil and shit off of it, and just using brake clean and air. And we're gonna plug it back in, and if I get power, I'll be impressed. Okay guys, moment of truth. We got it all back together. Clean, soldered, dried, and now we're just plugging it in. Okay, where is the 8-pin connector? Right here. Oh, this way. Ignition on. No light. No. Damn it. God damn it. Well, we're going to try it anyway. So the ignition off, plug them in. Actually, now that we got some decent light here, check those pins for corrosion. No, they look pretty good. And they look good. So we're going to plug it in and we're going to try it anyway. Because
maybe the LED's broken.
Yep. Well guys, no luck. So it's definite trip to the wreckers today. Alright, cheers guys. We'll keep you updated later on today.